We'll take a look at the functional dependencies. Since I created surrogate keys for each table, except for player serves, um, all of the other attributes are dependent on uh, the surrogate key that I created for each of the tables: players, games, courts, serves, and games won. Uh, Here, there are two, for player serves, there are two functional dependencies. Serve ID is dependent on player ID, and player ID is dependent on serve ID. Um, so the schema is in BCNF because there are no attributes that appear in two different keys. Even here, these attributes only appear in one key. Same with all the way through. So let's take a look at the view player stats. What it does is it grabs player ID, username, Fname, Lname, and gender from players, and it grabs game ID, num points won by A, num points won by B, player A, player B, and court from games. And you can use that to look at all of the games played by a particular player. For the function, I wanted to be able to show which games a certain player has won. So this selects, or excuse me, the number of games a player has won. So this counts from games won where player ID is, or games won player ID is the one you've passed to it, and it returns num wins, which is an integer. For the trigger, which didn't end up working, but I thought it was a good idea, this really just adds a record to games won here if, according to tennis scoring, someone wins the game. So once someone gets over 6 and has won by 2, if it's player A, then we add player A, the game ID, and player A to games won. If it's player B, the else here, then we add player B and the game ID into games won. Let's see.